Over $4.5 billion vanished into thin air, leaving devastation across 12 countries. How did this happen? In the wake of the Odebrecht scandal, entire economies were shaken, and the integrity of trusted institutions lay in ruins. $3.3 billion in unapproved financial transactions vanished under a parallel accounting system, igniting widespread unemployment and social unrest. The systems that were meant to uphold transparency and accountability crumbled under the weight of corporate greed. The decision to implement a secret accounting system was a fatal misstep. Governments had trusted Odebrecht, believing it to be a reliable partner for national projects. But for thousands, this scandal meant lost jobs and shattered livelihoods as vital infrastructure projects stalled. Reports of budget discrepancies surfaced but were ignored, hidden beneath layers of deceit. Odebrecht had committed a grave error. Their parallel accounting system allowed them to operate outside the law, prioritizing profits over ethics. Stakeholders, seduced by Odebrecht's shiny reputation, believed the company's false promises. However, as executives became entrenched in their greed, red flags signaled a brewing disaster. Internal audits began to reveal huge gaps in reported earnings, yet these alarming inconsistencies were dismissed as minor errors. The outcome of this corporate deceit was catastrophic. Thousands of jobs vanished overnight as infrastructure projects ground to a halt. Odebrecht, once a promising construction giant, had rapidly expanded, becoming synonymous with major contracts. Leadership opted for shortcuts, choosing unapproved financial practices to sustain their growth and appease impatient stakeholders. Initially, contracts poured in, earning Odebrecht accolades, but the tide soon turned. Financial audits waved warning flags, indicating something was deeply wrong. As discrepancies mounted, pressure intensified to cover up the true ramifications of their financial manipulations. Whistleblowers stepped forward, exposing the hidden accounting practices and compelling investigations across multiple countries. The corporate empire ultimately imploded. Investigations unveiled layers of corruption and collusion, sending shockwaves through affiliated governments. The aftermath saw nations grappling with the fallout. Communities were left reeling as infrastructure projects stalled, plunging economies into chaos. Families were displaced, trust shattered, and entire communities devastated. Regulators were forced to reevaluate their oversight mechanisms in the wake of the scandal, leading to stricter compliance laws. The Odebrecht case became a stark reminder of the perils of unchecked corporate power. As institutional trust eroded, the consequences rippled far beyond financial losses. They impacted lives, communities, and economies. For every $1 billion lost, families struggled to find stability, and communities faced uncertainty. Each revelation of financial deception fueled growing discontent among workers who depended on the jobs that vanished. The connection between the vast sums of money lost and the stark human impact became irrefutable. Every decision that led to disaster connected back to that fateful choice, to create a hidden finance department. As the crisis unfolded, the risks intensified. The systemic failures became more evident, sowing distrust in both corporate and governmental institutions. What began as a promising enterprise transformed into a cautionary tale. Trust eroded as financial practices grew dubious and unsustainable. Workers, families, and entire nations bore the brunt of those decisions, unveiling the urgent need for accountability and integrity within financial systems worldwide. In the end, the Odebrecht scandal left a legacy of lessons learned, warnings echoed, and a stark realization that without vigilance and scrutiny, the appetite for unchecked profit can lead to catastrophic failures, affecting millions. The financial world must remember, trust is built through transparency, and the cost of silence can be devastating.